Multifamily Mindset
podcast. Think bigger.
Hello, and welcome back, my friends, to another awesome episode of the Multifamily Mindset podcast. I'm your hostess, Cyndi Maguire, better known as Cyndi. Show me the money, Maguire. I do wear a few hats. I'm a strategist at the Multifamily Mindset, seasoned real estate investor, co-founder of Gold Bar Partners and Deal Dolphin, and mentor to many budding real estate enthusiasts. If you're new here, we're happy you found us and super stoked to have you join our ever expanding network. Whether you're looking for inspiration, practical advice, or just a good story, you've come to the right place. At the Multifamily Mindset Podcast, we serve up fresh content twice a week to keep you hooked and pumped. Every Tuesday, we get into some real talk with interviews featuring students from our network sharing their journey and wisdom they picked up along the way. Then on Thursdays, our mindset guru, Dallas Pruitt, breaks down the mindset magic of those stories. But wait, there's more. Wednesdays are all about Own the Outcome, a killer podcast hosted by the one and only Tyler Devereaux, the brains behind Multifamily Mindset. Tyler chats with top-tier individuals, digging into their journey to success and dropping some serious pearls of wisdom. So whether you're here for the knowledge, the inspiration, or just to soak up some expert insights, you're at the right place, where every episode is your ticket to leveling up in the world of multifamily real estate. So from the words of Pink, let's get this party started. Today, we have a student of Multifamily Mindset, multifamily investor, and also strategist at MFM, entrepreneur, founder of EB Investments, avid concert goer, foodie partner of mine, beachgoer, and history museum nerd. She's no longer sleepless in Seattle and currently in Charlotte, North Carolina. A huge welcome to Ellie Baxter. Hi, Ellie.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. I'm so excited because you and I both are strategists here at Multifamily Mindset. And I've gotten to get to know you better being on the road and working with all our students. So it's been so fun. And I'm so happy I get this opportunity to interview you.
Thank you. It's been so much fun and I absolutely love all the places. Guys, Cyndi knows where to eat, okay? Every time we go out, she's like, I got a place to go. So I love it so much.
I think when we were in New York, we went to 4 restaurants, Times Square, a few shops, and we took in a Broadway show, Moulin Rouge, in a span of what, 6 to 7 hours?
It was nonstop, but it was like probably the most fun I've had in so long. It was amazing.
So glad you have fun. So besides what they know that we love eating and traveling, give us a little background of yourself so our listeners would know more about you.
Yeah, definitely. So I am 31 years old and I'm from Seattle, Washington. And I started my journey with MFM 2 years ago. And I own about 734 units across the US. And I am just, my life is freaking amazing. I get to do so many fun things. And I told myself for a really long time that traveling was like my number one thing to do. And this year I've been able to travel more than I've ever had to have been able to. So I'm just so excited about that. So it's a little bit about me.
Nice, nice. Okay, so I'm gonna get straight into the nitty gritty because
Let's
people
go.
just want to know.
Yeah.
I know, we both know, one of the biggest things our students have when they come to our 3-day workshop is, how do I get to my first deal? Like they think
Mhm.
it's daunting because first of all, they just are not sure how.
Right.
Second of all, they're now completely out of their comfort zone. Most of them have no real estate experience whatsoever.
Absolutely.
So what do you tell them?
There's so many things I love to tell them, and there's so many things that you can do. Here are some of the things that I did to kind of really get started into getting networking and getting on my first deal. And I think for anybody that knows me, my favorite saying is your network is your net worth. And it absolutely 100% is true. People do not know who you are. And so when you're starting this new business and you're teaching people all the benefits of investing and getting on your first deal, my number one piece of advice is people need to know who you are. So network, right? So figure out your new name, brand yourself, create like an awesome logo, and start going to networking events. Utilize the Facebook group that MFM provides for you guys. I was literally posting every single day in that page. Like I probably still do. I think I post almost like, I don't know, 4 or 5 times a week. I just think that there's so much power behind that.
So
Um,
which page
so
exactly?
the Facebook page for MFM.
It's the private one, which all has sponsors, mentors and coaches,
Mhm.
seasoned real estate investors, as well as newbie ones, right?
Exactly. Yep. Everyone that you need to be on a deal is on that page.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So networking is massive, getting yourself out there and having a foundation. I think that it's so powerful that you go in and you learn the resources that are given to you by MFM, and you not only learn it, but you apply them. There's so many resources that MFM gives, and you just got to take it and learn and then apply and every single day and get to know new people every single day. I think those are like the two things that I did to get myself on my first deal in less than 90 days.
What if you're an introvert or you're shy or you just don't feel you know what the hell you're doing? Because
Oh
I
yeah.
know they're like, I don't know how to talk the talk yet. I
Yeah.
don't know what to say. What do you say?
I mean, there's a couple of things that you can do. I think getting yourself out of that comfort zone is really, really important. And also finding people that can that do know, like love to be an extrovert. And I think if you can do that through the network, I mean, we have so many people in this network that can, help each other out and add value to each other. So going to our networking events that happen, and finding people that might, let's say you're a great underwriter, right? And that you can do the numbers really well. And then someone else is really great at capital raising. Well, combine those superpowers and apply them. If you can do that, then the introvert and extrovert go hand in hand, and it helps really well.
But what if I don't know my superpower? I've gotten that a lot of times.
Well, I think that's what's so great about, trial and error, right? Just figuring out what you like to do. One of the first things that I did when I started this journey is for like a week, every single week, I would literally practice and meet coaches and meet people that did just asset management or just underwriting or, just those things. So then I applied it myself to see if I enjoyed it, if I could add value that way, if that could be a superpower that I gained. And there were some things that I'm like, oh, absolutely not. This is not my superpower. That is underwriting. I'm pretty good at napkin underwriting, but do not tell me to break down an entire deal. Okay. That's why I know for a fact that's not my superpower. But it took me a week for me to really realize that, because I went in and underwrote every single day to see if that's something that I enjoy doing. So just trial and error, just actually going in and trying it and meeting people that do the same thing and see if that correlates with you.
Well, I know you joined the MFM network about 2 years ago. You went to the introductory event that's about 90 minutes, 2 hours long, and then you move forward to attending the 3-day workshop. And
Mm-hmm.
you had a strategist there.
I
And you
did.
got to know your strategist is a good friend of mine, James McCabe, right?
Shout out.
And yeah, James. And I know he spent a lot of time with you in those 3 days.
Yeah,
And he knew in the questions he asked what your superpower was, right? What did he say
absolutely.
to you?
Capital raising. Yep. Capital raising, investor relations. He was like, you are a people person, Ellie. You're great at talking to people. I think that this would be a great superpower for you. So, and he was right, because that's what I love to do.
Well, he is a smart cookie.
He is, yes.
Yeah, have you seen the size of his fund?
I I love how you pause there, Cindy. It's so great. I have, and his fund is amazing. I love it. I actually got to I told him that when I signed up that I was going to do a deal with him, And fast forward to 2 years later, and we have 203 units in Des Moines, Iowa together. So,
So awesome.
yeah,
So awesome.
yeah,
Okay, now, so first one, networking.
yes,
You get out of your comfort zone or find someone that is the one that's going to be talking to everybody. But
absolutely.
you're who, right? Not how.
Exactly. Yes,
Okay,
yeah.
what's the next thing?
Hey, listeners, thank you for tuning in to the MFM podcast. We truly appreciate your support and hope you're enjoying the insights from our incredible guests. We have one small favor to ask. Please leave us a review and rating. Your feedback means the world to us. And to show you our appreciation, we're giving away some great prizes to some lucky listeners who leave us a review. So scroll down, share your thoughts, and help us continue to bring valuable content. Thanks, and back to the show.
Um, Deal sourcing. That's absolutely powerful. Being able to learn how to find a deal. And there's always that saying that if you have 2 or 3 good broker relations, then you're good, you're solid, you're golden, right? So that means that, if you build those relationships, especially if you're in your market, go to local meetups, local real estate. 9 times out of 10, you will meet 2 brokers there, period. Like every single event I've ever gone to, I've met so many brokers. So I think broker relations is something that you should learn, especially if you are in your market. That will help your deal flow and be able to source deals that much faster.
So if you're new and you're
Mhm.
going to these networking events, because now you're coming out of your comfort shell
Yeah.
and you've never done a deal before, what do you say to a broker?
Oh, okay. So when you're talking to a broker, okay, and you're kind of figuring it out, I always like to start with asking questions about the property. Okay, so you want to go into this call with the utmost confidence. Okay, I know that the very first call, and I think a lot of people know this story. It's like so embarrassing, but it really, you have to fail to learn, right? And I totally believe in that 100%. And when I got my very first broker call, I asked the broker for an LOI.
I've never heard that story before.
I asked the broker for an LOI.
Let the audience know what an LOI is if they don't know what it is.
Yes, letter of intent saying showing interest in the property. Yeah, so
So
I
if you wanted to buy the property, you would send them an LOI,
that is correct.
but instead you asked them for one.
Yep, yep. Because I was so
Oopsie.
nervous and I was so scared and I didn't know what I was saying and I just kind of just started talking. But again, that really shows though that you have to take action, right? You have to apply what you learn. And if you mess up, whatever, now you learn from that experience and now you know for next time. And I actually ended up meeting the broker a couple months later at an actual event and she remembered me and we laugh about it now. So it was a great experience at the end of the day. But I now know what I absolutely am looking for when I speak to a broker on the phone. And it really truly is learning about your buy box. You need to know kind of what you want to promise your investors, what you're looking for in a property. And I think Tyler Devereaux does a really good job teaching you guys that, how to do that as well. I created it through Canva. And then when I get on a call, if I'm speaking to a broker, I'm asking them questions like, what's the story behind the seller? Like, why are they selling? So it's really a question game, right? You're asking these questions to the broker and that's going to instill trust and confidence in the broker that they're like, okay, this person knows what they're doing. So inside, you might be like, oh shit, I don't really know what I'm asking or what I'm saying. But on the outside, you hold that confidence through and through. And if they don't ask you proof of funds at all through that conversation, you won. So A+. So that is really
100%. If they
yeah,
don't ask for a schedule of real estate or proof of funds, that's a
yes.
good sign that they believe you can close on a deal.
Absolutely. And if they say, I know there's been a couple of times when I first started, they just asked me, well, do you have the capital to close? Absolutely. Because guess what? That's what multifamily mindset is for, right? You absolutely have a team backed up behind you that can help you with that. So it's then if you get that great conversation with a broker, they send you everything. Now it's off to the next step. It's reaching out into the Facebook page, finding people that can help you underwrite and look at the deal together and then raise that capital.
Okay, I believe they could do that.
Yeah.
And I mean, it just takes time, right? You're just calling,
Mhm.
talking,
Mhm.
and creating relationships. We all know in this business, it's all about relationships.
Absolutely,
So
100%.
if you've ever had a friend in your life, you know how to create relationships.
100%. Yeah. Yeah. 100%. And it's not just finding a relationship that's going to benefit you right away. It's a relationship that's you want prolonged. You want an everlasting relationship with them. So it's really good to get to know them, not just about what they can give to you, but what kind of person they are too.
Well, we also talk about bringing value to them.
100%. 100%. And a lot of people ask me, well, what value can I bring? And I always say, first and foremost, you are your own value. You are, as a person, extremely valuable. You just need to hold on to your skill sets. What skill set can you bring to a broker, to a team, to a sponsor? Yeah. So you just got to figure that out.
To
Trial and
know
error.
yourself.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Okay, what else do I need to know?
About finding a deal
Getting,
first time.
yeah.
Let's see what else. So networking is your network is your net worth. Okay. Sourcing deals is massive. Um, I mean, really implementing the resources that multifamily mindset give you. I honestly believe that I would still be on YouTube searching up how to find an apartment complex or how to buy an apartment complex. And so I will say that the resources have literally helped me like propel my future. And I think it's because I took what I learned and applied it into action. So if you can do that and not just learn and read and watch the videos, but actually implement it into your day-to-day routine, I absolutely think you will succeed. It is obviously because I've been able to do it in 2 years, right? So I think that's really what it is not giving up, trusting the process and the journey. There's some people that don't get their first deal until a year, but is it absolutely worth it? 100%. Because even though it took you that long or that year, you got your first deal, you know? So I think those are the things that I think the most valuable information is that you have the resources, you have the community, you have coaches, you have strategists, you have people that are doing it with you at the same time, leaning on leaning on people that are wanting to do the same thing as you. Everybody here in this multifamily mindset community are literally here to do the same thing you are, and that's to add value to each other and buy property. So at the end of the day, it's absolutely 100% obtainable. You just got to do it. You got to implement it. That's it.
I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for you to tell our listeners how you got your first deal.
Your network is your net worth, right? It was brought to us by networking, literally going to a
Capital
conference.
raising. Weren't you a
Yep,
capital raiser as
yep,
general partner of your first deal?
yep. So that's how we were able to do it. We were able to raise $1 million onto this deal. And I had never ever asked for a single dollar in my entire life. So I literally went to every single group coaching call. I met with people that capital raise for a living, and I asked them all the questions and I started implementing it in my life every single day. And because of that, we were able to raise $1 million in less than 3 months.
So from the time of your workshop
Mhm.
to getting your first deal, how long was that?
Less than 90 days.
Less than 3 months.
Yes,
Did you know you were going to do it that quickly?
absolutely not. I was hoping for 6 months.
But some results may vary, right? It's
Absolutely. Yeah.
not everyone does it in 3 months. But
Correct.
okay, so you got in your first deal in 3 months. How many doors? Where was it located?
382 units in Jacksonville, Florida.
382?
Mhm. I mean, what's our motto?
Wow,
Think bigger, right?
absolutely. And then, so it's in Jacksonville. And how did you find it? I mean, I know you raised capital, but who told you about it? How'd you get in on the GP?
Yeah, it was just offered to us by networking, really, truly. Like going to conferences that are local, that's massive. And that's honestly that's how we did it, just by networking. And then they were the one of the partners sent us the underwriting. We underwrote it as a team, and then we sent it out to our underwriting coach, and they looked at it. We even talked to our strategist, James, to see like, hey, should we do this deal? Is this a good deal? And everybody was so supportive, and they're like, yeah, no, this is a great deal. So because of that, we said we reached back out to the sponsor, And we said, let's go. We're going to do it. And so every single day from that moment on, it was literally just figuring out and learning how to do it. And the resources were amazing. So
I know, we met through a FaceTime. Someone's like, I think someone said you needed to meet me. And so
yeah,
um someone's like, you need to meet Ellie. She wants to meet you. And then I might have
yeah.
been eating cake or pie at the time too.
I mean, I think you're always eating at some point on a call. Yeah.
I'm like, wait, okay,
Yeah.
okay, we'll meet you.
But
And
that's still a beautiful, beautiful new relationship with you. So 2 years
I know
ago,
2 years ago,
yeah,
you almost didn't move forward.
I did not.
You had every reason you created in your head not to.
100%. That fear of I can't do this hit me pretty hard on that second night. I received some not so great feedback from some close friends and relatives, and I called up my business partner and I was like, I'm not going. I'm not going. So she hit up James and James was like, just come, just please come. So I show up on the third day and so much love from all the strategists. And they're like, you know what? Like, just do it to show them that you can. Right. And so from that moment on, any negative energy, anything that anybody that told me no, I couldn't do it, I just used it as fuel. Like, it fueled me to get it that much better, that much more fast. So it was definitely a blessing in disguise that it happened because I ended up taking that leap of faith, not caring what anybody said and doing it.
And I'm guessing all those naysayers are not financially free.
They're not.
I know I get a lot of people telling me, a lot of students saying,
Wow.
this person's like saying, I'm crazy. This person's saying, don't do it. And I'm thinking, why are you getting advice from someone who is not doing multifamily investing,
Right.
who is not financially free, and is not a person that you want to follow
Yeah.
in financially?
Exactly. People are so used to society's ways. And that's what I'm here for, is to break society's rules, because people are so used to, chasing that next dollar or living for the weekend. And that's not what life is about to me. So that's one of the reasons why I do this and teach people how to invest, is because there's so much more to life than just working a 9 to 5.
So you're a rebel with a cause.
Absolutely. Born a rebel.
I mean, technically, I always say I'm part of the Rebel Alliance.
Oh, let's go. I'm right there with you, girl.
So 2 years ago, totally different person.
Oh yeah.
Now you confidence driven, you own so many doors. And I mean, you're an investor on a mission, who's on a mission. Tell me about this metamorphosis to this butterfly I see, or shall I say social butterfly?
Ah, you're so cute. I love that. Yeah, I mean, when I started, I was broke, I was divorced, I was sad. It was one of the hardest times of my life because I thought that I was gonna be with this person forever, all the things that you go, yeah,
But
you know.
I took you to a fancy steak dinner at the Portland City Grill.
Changed my life forever. That steak and you. That
No,
was all I
no,
needed.
no better way to get over a divorce than having a nice steak dinner with some awesome wine.
Oh, absolutely. I was like, can you be my date forever? Can we go to steak dinners all the time, please? Yes. But yeah, it was just like such a bad mindset that I had. And I didn't realize that when you literally surround yourself with people that want the same thing, right? You are who you hang out with, the top 5 people in your life. So those 5 people need to be extremely important, always uplifting, always supporting, always adding value, and vice versa. So when I walked into that room and I met Tyler and I met all the strategists and I met all the students that joined, it blew my mind to be surrounded by such positivity and people that want the same thing, like generational wealth and freedom of time and all of those things. And I didn't know that somebody like me could buy apartments. I thought it was only like rich people, so like JLo. So it was amazing to see that. And so from that moment on, I literally saw myself buying an apartment. And no matter how hard it got, I just kept seeing myself in that property, adding value to my residence and like having the keys in my hand. And that's just what I told myself every single day. And I think me seeing myself doing it allowed it to be that much easier to accomplish.
I remember a book I read in maybe before kindergarten. I think it's called The Little Train That Could.
Yes, I
As
love
you're
that.
saying that, I'm thinking, I'm seeing you like chugging up that hill. I think I can. I think I can. I
Yeah,
think I can.
yes. I love that.
And
100%.
you did it.
Yeah.
You did it, girl.
Thank you.
So proud of you. So proud of you.
Thank you
You're
so
doing
much.
awesome. So I like these little fun things. So let's tell our listeners a little fun fact about yourself.
I can juggle
Juggle.
anything. I can, balls.
Sorry, that sounded really funny.
Or know how you wanted me to say it.
I was thinking more like bowling pins or
Oh, I don't know. I've actually never done that before, but like when I was in fifth grade, I don't know if you ever did this or anybody here listening, but when you like go into PE and it's like raining outside, so you have like these little interval things where like little sections when you go in to the gym, and each one you do something fun, and one of them was like throwing these little scarves, and I'm like, what is this? Like this is so lame. And so I literally went home and I told my mom, I'm like, I want to learn how to actually juggle. And so she was like, okay, cool. So I got like the juggling balls like from a circus, and then I learned and taught myself how to juggle, and now it's my thing.
so awesome. I'm working on juggling and hula hooping at the same time because
Wow.
I could juggle and I could hula hoop, but I can't do it together at the same time.
Yeah, I
I
can't
want
do
it to
it.
be my new party, my new party trick.
I would love to see
So
that. I would love to be there for that.
I have a light up hula hoop. So it lights all blinky blinky. Yeah,
Oh, that's
it's
so
obnoxious just
cool.
like myself. So it really matches. My husband gave it to me for my birthday.
I love it. I love it.
Okay. Uh and any last advice to our listeners as we're starting to wrap up?
Yeah, you guys trust the process, okay? Even if it gets difficult, do not give up. See yourself actually buying that apartment. Lean on people and the resources that are given to you with MFM. And no matter how difficult it gets, like think about where you'll be in 5 years. If you continue on this journey, what you do today will determine where you are in 5 years. Yeah, those are the biggest pieces of advice that I instill 100% every day.
Yes, absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. You need to surround yourselves with like-minded people working and doing the same thing so you guys can all
Mhm.
work together for that same common goal.
100%.
And where can our listeners find you? Oh, wait, what are you working on now?
Yeah, I'm closing on a deal this week, 34 units.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm so excited. So that's this week. And then I actually just teamed up with 10 amazing students. And we're doing the 100 units and 100-day challenge. So those are a couple of things that I'm working on.
Wait, but you did 300 something in 90 days. So this is cake for you.
I
Cakewalk.
mean, absolutely. And I think I'm doing it with such amazing new students that they get to get on a deal in 100 days. And I absolutely love being a part of that team and just helping them walk through it. So I'm excited.
Fun. I know some of the students that are doing that.
Yeah.
How can listeners find you?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram, Ellie_Baxter, Facebook, Ellie Baxter, LinkedIn, Ellie Baxter. I mean, it's all the same.
Well, Ellie, I absolutely enjoyed this time with you. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And then I definitely want to have you back and tell us about your 100 days. And we'll have some of the students that joined this 100 days, 100 doors in 100 days. I think that's
Please,
awesome.
let's get
It's
the
so
whole
much fun.
crew. Let's get the whole crew.
How many? There's 10
There's
students and you?
Yeah, there's 11 of us total. So we're called 11 Capital Partners.
Love it. Yes, definitely. So when did the 100 days start? And so I could plan it on my calendar.
Oh my God. I don't remember what day we started. It was like
So how
2
many
weeks.
days do you have left?
It was like 2 weeks ago. I think November 18th is the day that we need our PSA signed.
Okay, nice.
Mhm.
So then we'll have an awesome Thanksgiving.
Absolutely. We could buy a bigger turkey with our acquisition check.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you, my friends, for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed our episode with Ellie today. Please join us again for more stories, insights, and inspiration. Until then, keep thinking bigger and get better every day. Thank you.
Multifamily Mindset. Podcast. Think bigger.